Welcome to a Community Tourism in Scotland podcast with Scott and Biosphere Bikes. Hi and welcome to this short session brought to you as part of our celebration of community tourism. I'm Sarah from Social Enterprise Network Scotland, and we've been working with the communities of Brechin and Girvan on a community-led tourism pilot project. And I'm joined here today by one of the founding members of the project in Girvan, Anne Berry. Anne runs a social enterprise called Biosphere Bikes and also supports the project through the Girvan town team.
Hi Anne, it's lovely to see you today.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
We just wanted to have a quick chat about Biosphere Bikes and the organisation that you've got running down in Girvan. Can you tell me more about the organisation?
Yeah, it started probably a couple of years ago now when I got involved with the What If Girvan project, which was funded by the William Grant Foundation, the distillery which is based in Girvan. The project's it's a not-for-profit, it's a social enterprise, so it's community orientated. I was a cyclist before, but when I came to Girvan, I retired and I came back to live near Girvan and found there wasn't anywhere where you could actually go for like a family bike ride or hire a bike. So there was that seed of an idea there and it just grew. So yeah, that's where it started from, really.
Fantastic. And it's got a real focus on accessibility as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's all about accessible cycling, you know, whether you can ride a two-wheel bike, a three-wheel bike, it doesn't matter your age, gender, ability or disability or experience. It's about getting the whole community, doesn't matter, on a bike, whether it's a mono wheel, two wheels, three wheels, four wheels, it doesn't matter. It's about accessibility, real focus on that and in the community.
Fantastic. And sustainability wise, the bike hire helps kind of level some of that, does it?
Yeah, the project, it's a community project, but for the community stuff to happen, it needs an income strand, and the hire hub is the revenue strand for the community stuff that we'll do for nothing or very little. So that has to work, first of all, to be able to do the community stuff. Which it is doing, and some community stuff has started already, which is really good because that's what I want to do. So, but the actual hire part has to work, which is good. It's really good.
And I also heard actually that you have a variety of different bikes. It's not just usual.
Oh no,
bikes.
We have your normal two-wheel bikes, mountain bikes, kid bikes. We have electric bikes, electric mountain bikes, electric touring bikes. We have a side-by-side electric tandem. So if you can imagine a normal tandem, one behind each other, you actually sit side by side. It's like a trike tandem. So we have that. We have a little normal trike. We also have a trishaw, which is a bit like a really, really posh rickshaw. So people who can't cycle at all. So what we call the pilot, or the cyclist sits behind, and then you've got a nice seat at the front and they sit there and you can just take them on a nice ride along the prom. We've also got go-karts for adults, for kids, for very little kids. And we've got some four-wheel buggies, electric assisted as well. So we have a variety that anyone can get on, to be honest. So, and we also do, we're also part of, we work with Inspire South Ayrshire, that work around disability sport, and on a Tuesday evening with Kaylee Hagel, we do a frame running and wheelchair racing club every Tuesday, which is good. So we have frame runners. They're always a topic of conversation because it looks a bit like a trike with no pedals.
Okay.
So we have, and that's part of the accessibility bit as well. So yeah, it's going really well, which is good.
Brilliant. So you've been involved in the community tourism project from the beginning, and I was just interested in your involvement of that and what you think the benefits of that will be for Girvan.
Yeah, well, as a business, even though I'm a social enterprise, it's still a business. It's always good to get involved, especially with this sort of business, with anything that's tourism related, because that's because it's seasonal. That's going to have a huge impact on whether it's successful or not. And any tourism in Girvan is good because it brings economy to the locals. And if it keeps coming, it can create jobs and things like that. We're also attracting people to the southwest of Scotland, which for me, I think is a bit of a forgotten part of Scotland. It's absolutely stunning. And we're part of a very special place called a biosphere, which means a landscape, environment, culture is being recognised globally as a really special place. So yeah, anything that brings tourists and gives them information about where we live in Girvan and the villages is fantastic, and I fully support it.
Fantastic, fantastic. So obviously this past year with COVID, it's had a huge impact on the tourism industry, but things are starting to open up a little bit more. And I'm just wondering what your plans are for this summer, what things you've got going on.
Yeah, well, I think like everybody last year, it should have been our first full season, and COVID sort of put paid to everything, didn't it? So this really is the first season. So we've started, we work weekends at the moment, but during the school holidays, we'll be open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We are working with, well, the project's working with Girvan Academy to set up a bike library. We've got some groups coming in that are using the facilities, community groups, and it's just about trying to develop more of the community stuff. Now that we know that the actual hire side is working, we can now focus more on the community and start and getting involved a lot more.
That's fantastic. So looking forward to a fantastic summer full of visitors and locals as well.
Hopefully. Good old Scottish weather has quite an impact on that, but yes, absolutely, yeah. We do get a lot of local people. It's not just the tourists that come to the hub. There's a lot of local people come as well. I mean, the community are supporting this project absolutely fantastically. It wouldn't work without them, because it's a community project. So I've got to say thank you to Girvan and everybody that comes down, because they're the ones supporting this project.
That's brilliant. Well, thank you, Anne. That's been really, really interesting just to hear about your organisation, and hopefully lots of people will be listening to this and thinking they'll just nip down to Girvan to have a go on a variety of different vehicles.
Oh, please do. They're all fun. And thank you for having me.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.